Good afternoon, good evening. This is your girl, Elder Pamela Robinson Smith, coming to you once again with hopefully a good word you needed to hear. So today I felt like one of the kids with the back to school feeling. Specifically, our church, we had Sabbath month in August, and I am part of the music ministry. And we have not sang since June. And so we had July off, we had August off, and while it was nice to be able to relax and not sing every Sunday, although I love to sing, um, coming back today, our first Sunday together again, our first Sunday with our new director of music, Dr. Dexter Allgood. Let me tell you, worship and sharing your praise is like a recharger for my battery. It it motivates you to think beyond your circumstance. It helps you realize why God made you. For me. So I can remember my mom saying that I've been singing or trying to sing since I was about 18 months old. And I love to sing. And something that the pastor said today, have been doing a series on the Psalms. And she basically said something like, we sing the songs they sang the Psalms hundreds of years ago as they journeyed through this thing called life. And I know for me, I am a artsy fartsy, right brain, creative, that music is crucial to my life. I grew up with a music loving daddy, and my mom loved music too, but my dad was really the music person. I learned quickly that music sets your mood. Music creates your vibe. Music helps you travel through your journeys, whether it be up the hill or through the valleys. And so her sermons have made realize how important the Psalms are. I know I've always loved the Psalms because they're beautiful. I think that's probably the first book of the Bible that I first shared with my son Kyrie, because it was poetic and beautiful. But her perspective about it being necessary as we journey through this thing called life. Just think about those old Negro spirituals that were sung as our ancestors were laboring for little of no pay and for abuse. They sang despite it all. I find myself humming or singing as I am processing information, as I'm working on a project, as a mood lifter. I find myself doing that sometimes unconsciously. Just, I wake up with a song on my spirit. That's my Lord telling me to get your spirit right, get your mind right, sing that song, keep it moving. So, as we gather today as a music ministry, I needed that. It gave me an energy to keep pushing forward, to keep fighting, to keep doing the work that God's telling me to do. Sometimes people receive and respond to the work, and sometimes they don't. And quite frankly, the work that I'm doing is not for everybody's acceptance. It's not for popularity's sake. It's because my Lord told me to do it, and I am obedient. I've learned to be more obedient as I've gotten a little more mature. So, my question to you is, what do you do for yourself that refreshes your soul, that renews your energy, your spirit? What do you do? For me, like I said, worship and praise recharges me. So you need to find something, somewhere that's going to do that for you. Because this life and this season with this government is challenging. It's challenging. But God made us a resilient people. I think about, how did my parents survive some of the trials and tribulations that they endured as they were growing up, when they lived in North Carolina, when they moved up here, not really knowing a lot of people? How did they survive? They've shared their lessons over the years, and I try to tap into that when I start feeling a little downtrodden and frustrated about our circumstances. And like I said, that worship and praise give me that zap of energy that I need. I can tell you, it's one of those things where it brings you up when you're in the moment. It is like going to the gym, okay? Your adrenaline is up, your energy is up. You want to do your best. You want to represent for your Christ or your God. And when I get home from church, I plop in my chair because I'm tired. But then I get motivated, and I'm reminded how blessed I am and how I have a responsibility to keep pushing forward, to keep sharing a good word and the goodness of God with you. So that's what I do here on my pulpit porch. When it starts to get cold, I guess I'll have to come up with another location to meet you. But at this moment, I'm sitting here enjoying the cool breeze that God is sending my way. It's a good day. It's a good Sunday. I pray that you find a place, a person, or a combination of all of it to renew your soul, your body, your mind, so that you can keep going and then push on and see what the end's going to be. Because God is not going to leave us by ourselves. He's there even when we don't necessarily hear or see him or feel him. He exists within us. And we must stay faithful. We must stay humble. And we must stay obedient. Just when you think you got it all in control, he'll show you you ain't in control, girl or guy. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. God bless you. And I will be back with another message that God puts on my spirit. Love you much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.